Hello, hello. I hope you can hear me now this time. It takes a while to get new people. It took a while, and now I have to start again. That's not a very good thing. Okay, we're going through a couple of questions. Let me know. Okay, the hello people. Hello, hello. Hi, can you hear me now, Darsh? Hello. Is it audible now? Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, yes, I think you had a question. I think you were asking me something, or shall we go to the next question? Did you understand, by the way, why do many people feel nervous while speaking in front of others? We were going through that question. Do you understand that now? Why do people feel nervous while we speak in front of others? You forgot? That's okay. We'll start again. No issues. So the crux of the situation was the point here is it's not about English. It's more about like how you think about the overall the social dynamic. That's what we're talking about. So while speaking in front of others, like I'm speaking in front of you, people don't really struggle with English, right? A lot of people think, oh, my English has problems. No, it's not the English, it's not even the confidence. It's how you're going to deal with the uncertainty, basically. Because when you're speaking with strangers, interviews, presentations, or like general friends, new people, a lot of things can happen that you have not predicted, or you can just not predict, future, like what's going to happen tomorrow. We can't predict that, but a good communicator will at least try to put in the effort of predicting, or there are 10 to 20 to 30 possibilities that could happen. For example, like you play chess. This is why when you listen to Andrew Tate or people like the big communicators, they speak in these chess, the tactical moves. You have to think of 10 moves ahead. So if I say this, they might say this, and then I can say this, and they might say this. This is how you play chess, and this is exactly the same how life works and how the social dynamic works. The totally same thing. For example, like I was coming live, like I'm here live right now, like I have to predict. I have to. If I don't, then I will not be able to deal with what might happen, right? I have to predict that a couple of things can happen, right? And I have to think, okay, this could happen, this could happen, that could happen. So I have to be like, okay, if this happens, then I have to do this. If this happens, then I have to do this. If that happens, then I have to do this. And this is what people struggle with, and this is the hard work that people are not willing to put in the efforts for. So this is what people really struggle with. So when you feel like, okay, I go out and I struggle with strangers, so you don't struggle because you forgot what you were about to say. You struggle because you never really prepared yourself for the uncertainties. For example, let's say 20 things could happen in that social dynamic, but if you prepared for at least 15 out of those 20 things, so no, now you are much better prepared to be able to handle those situations. Now, for the rest five situation, even if now you feel like, okay, these five things come up that I'm not prepared for, the other 15 things that you prepared for will help you to give you the confidence, and now you'll be able to better handle the five uncertain things as well. This is the hard work that nobody wants to put in, and this is why people crumble under a little pressure, right? I hope you got that now, right? Do you have any communication related questions, something you want to ask, something specific? Feel free to ask that, or we'll move to the next question anyway. So the next question I have is, you can write in the chat. I'll look into that. Do you think confidence comes from knowledge or practice? Why? What do you think? First of all, hello everyone. I'm a fluency and communication coach. I help people gain confidence in their social dynamics or their interviews or presentations. Yes, I am a communication coach, Darsh. I have a lot of videos that I make about communication. I'm a fluency coach as well, and I'm a communication coach as well. A lot of people struggle with fluency as well, and a lot of people who are already fluent, they struggle with communication under different situations. That's what I help with. So the next question is, do you think confidence comes from knowledge or practice, and why? This is a very interesting question, by the way. Do I do NLP? I don't know. I've never really researched much. I'll be honest with you. I've never really researched much about NLP. You're talking about neuro linguistic programming. I think that's what you're talking about. Hey Sumit, hello everyone. So I've never really like studied NLP as in specifically to study about it. To be honest, no. But from what I've read and researched about NLP, it's the kind of persuasion or influencing someone. I'm from Delhi, by the way. It's the kind of persuasion or like kind of communication where things happen. For example, if you're talking to someone and you are the one influencing them, you're the one controlling them, but they will never realize that. So it's kind of very indirect communication, like kind of like the movie Inception. That's what I believe NLP is about. Is that correct, Darsh? And I do a lot of that through the own communication that I have. Oh, I have learned NLP and that's great. That's great to know. So, I mean, if you tell me a little bit of concept, then maybe I'll be able to understand. But I've never really like sat down and studied. Okay, what NLP means. That's what I don't know about that. I can help you with communication in different sorts of ways, like how to tackle a situation. My profession, I'm a communication coach, Sumit. I help people gain their confidence or speak English better, speak English fluently, like fluency coach, basically. A lot of people who knows English but can't speak because of some issues, basically. I help them speaking under pressure. So the next question we are trying to understand is, do you think confidence comes from knowledge or practice, and why? Let me know in the answers, what do you guys think? Confidence, does it come from knowledge or practice? Okay, that's great, Darsh. Good to know that. Now, my take on confidence is, so knowledge is definitely required and practice is definitely required. Yes, absolutely, Darsh. It comes from both. No, I cannot help you in learning Russian. I can give you some frameworks for learning Russian, but I don't really know Russian. I can tell you, I can give you the steps what you should do, because I teach English as well. Like I teach people like how to go about like learning English. So maybe you can follow the same steps for learning Russian as well. But I'm not a Russian coach. If you get that, you know. We'll speak about that in a minute. First, we're talking about confidence. Does it come from knowledge or practice? Darsh is saying it comes from both. Absolutely agree with that. And that's exactly what I think. It comes from both. But which one is takes the more priority? Is it knowledge, or like how would you distinguish the ratio between them? 30% knowledge, 70% practice. How would you put them in a ratio? Who will tell that? Absolutely. I mean, I think confidence definitely comes from having knowledge in different exposures, like having that knowledge from different angles as well. A lot of people think like a lot of people don't really understand what knowledge really means. Like having knowledge is not enough, and even practicing that knowledge is not enough. So you need to be able to practice the same thing from different angles. Like for example, if we talk about a simple sentence, hey John, how are you doing? It's a very simple sentence, but you can say the same sentence in multiple different tonalities and the meaning changes. And you can also change where you put the stress in the words, and it changes the meaning of the sentence. Hey John, how are you doing? 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 Does that make sense? So confidence, I mean, I get that. I'm getting into the tonalities and all, but I'm trying to explain a concept here because we need to understand what knowledge is first and we need to understand what practice is first, right? Because if we don't understand that, then we will not be able to understand how we gain that confidence. So confidence definitely comes from both of these things, but both of these things have to be practiced from different angles, different people, different exposure, different situations as well, right? So practicing the same thing, the same knowledge in different situations will give you the most of the confidence. I hope we got that. Right. It is 3 o'clock. Yeah, I read that, Loki. It's okay. Okay, I'll sleep on live. Yeah, yeah, I read that. I read that. It's okay. I'll sleep here. I'll sleep here. Don't worry. Actually, the reason I'm so late today, actually, I promised someone that I will come live today. I was actually doing daily lives, but I got so late today. But I wanted to keep that promise, and that's why I'm here. I actually had to come live around like 12ish or 1 o'clock by 1 a.m. But I promised someone that I will come live today, but I got late, so I said, let's go live. Let's talk to people. Let's see what's going on. That's why I'm live right now. But thank you for considering about my sleeping and all. Okay, that's great. Don't be drinking alone. Perfect. So let me ask you a question, Loki. Okay, you're drinking alone. Maybe you'll be able to answer this in a very. Maybe this will remind you of someone, or like, have you ever seen someone speak confidently even when they were wrong, and what happened after that? I'll repeat that question just for if we have anyone new people listening. But the question is, have you ever seen someone speak confidently even when they were wrong? And what happened after that? So do we remember? Okay, you have. Like there are lots of people, brother. I don't know English. Oh, you don't know English. Thank you for joining my live anyway. Like a lot of people are not joining, but I'm glad at least you're here. That's okay if you don't know English. Maybe you can chat in sign language. Cool, no issues. I'll just talk about it. I'll just answer the question. So I've absolutely seen a lot of people, and I think I have also made this mistake in my life myself as well. A lot of time this happens that because we're trying to pretend, and I learned this like by these are like the hard lessons we learn by making some mistakes in life. Definitely these things can happen to anyone, that you speak very confidently and later you realize, oh what, wait, I said that wrong. I was not supposed to say that. Whatever I said, it was wrong. I don't see anything. I just see your English chat. That's all I see, Loki. So basically, I'm saying like a lot of people do this mistake intentionally or unconsciously. It happens that we tend to be given, even when we're trying to help people, we will make this mistake of saying the wrong things because we want to help people sometimes, or sometimes we are in just a bad mood and then we say some things that we shouldn't have said, and then we later realize, oh wait, that was wrong, that was actually very wrong, and I shouldn't have said that. This has definitely happened to me like a couple of years ago. I can remember definitely this thing happened with me, and then I realized that I should think not twice, not once, not thrice, but at least 10 times before I say something, even when I'm trying to help someone. Okay, next question. Just final question. Then I will take your leave, all of you. Then I will let you drink alone, Loki. Until then, I will bother you with one more question. Okay. So, how does body language affect the way people perceive your confidence? How does body language affect the way people perceive your confidence? Well, it's brother, Japanese blur ki hoti hai video. Japanese blur ki hoti hai video. What does that even mean, lazy? I have no idea what you mean by that. So we are focusing on communication issues here, and if you have like any communication issues, fluency issues, that's what we are trying to talk about. You can say, you know. So currently, I'm talking about my last question. Then I'll take your leave, guys. How does body language affect the way people perceive your confidence? I think body language definitely plays a huge role in showcasing that confidence. So like for the last 5-10 minutes I was not using a lot of my hands, but if you see, if I start using my hands, then I will be able to showcase my emotions with a much better impact. Like my emotions, my energy will be much better if I use my hands, if I use my body. Like right now I'm sitting, but if I stand on the floor and then try to speak, then my emotions will get into that energy and I'll be able to speak even more confidently. This is how bodies work. But if I put my body in this stick position, right, in this static position, like an image and not even like a video, and just my lips are moving, then a lot of people will feel like, oh, who this stupid, oh, who's this stupid buddy. Thank you, Lalan. If you feel like my English is good, actually, I'm an English coach. I teach people how to speak English well. That's what I do. So maybe eventually, I got to this level. Now, I don't think I'm perfect or anything, but I feel like, yeah, I'm at some level. Maybe, I try to learn on a daily basis. That was my question, guys. So maybe I've maintained my promise of coming live. I'll try to come live sooner. What was that, bro? I don't know which one. Which one are you asking? I'm saying, Lalanji, I have to leave now. I thought of coming live, and that's why I'm here. But I'll try to come on live again tomorrow. If you guys want to like, comment, subscribe, tell me, bro. I also want to learn that. What do you want to learn? You want to learn English? You want to learn how to speak fluent English? What are you struggling with? You have to tell me what are you struggling with, because you are able to write English. That means you can write and you know English. That's a good thing. So what are you really struggling with? Have you tried practicing on your own? By the way, I have a lot of videos on my channel. I teach fluency. You will find a lot of videos like from beginner to advanced level. The advanced course will be coming in the future, but from beginner to kind of decent kind of level, you can still learn a lot of things. So the first thing, if you're trying to learn English, I would say start with chunking. How to speak fluently. The first thing, see, let me teach you something about fluency. What does fluency even mean? Fluency means flow of thoughts, like like being fluent. Like fluency comes from the flow, that you're able to stay in that flow. And what does flow mean? Flow means focus. You cannot stay in a flow if somebody or something keeps distracting you. A lot of people are not able to speak fluently because they are distracted all the time. And I'm not talking about just Instagram kind of distraction, like we are scrolling phones. That's not a huge distraction. You can like throw your phone around and you can come back. But I'm talking about like real distraction, like you have a lot going in your life and you're not able to keep those things, you're not able to control your thoughts and keep those things away, and just be in the present moment and just focus on one thing you want to talk about. That's how fluency, that's how you develop those fluency muscles, because it has to be a mind and tongue connection. This connection, if this connection is weak for you, you'll not be able to stay fluent for a very long time. आपने देखा होगा कभी कभी, sometimes you'll go in that flow, flow of thoughts, and sometimes you are fluent already. For example, some things you're very comfortable with, in which you don't have to use a lot of brain, you're always fluent in those things. Maybe if somebody will talk about religion, maybe if somebody, I'm not saying about you, maybe, but some people can talk fluently about their family because they're very comfortable and nobody can distract them from that topic. They're emotionally connected from that topic and they just stay fluent. automatically. So you need to find those things that keeps you in the flow, and you need to remove everything that takes your attention away when you're trying to speak fluently. So when you're trying to practice alone, first of all, practice alone. A lot of this advice on the internet will tell you, oh, if you want to practice English, go reach out to people, talk with real people. That will not help you at all. The more people you will speak with, the less fluent you will be. I'll say that again. The more people you speak with, the less fluent you will be. The only time speaking with people helps is when you're already some kind of decent in your fluency. That's a very good question, Lalanji, and let me help you on how to resolve that. If you, so see, we are human beings. We will always forget things. हम इंसान हैं. We are not chat GPT. We're not always going to remember exactly the right word. तो ऐसा हिंदी में भी होता है. It's not just about English. The same things happen in Hindi as well. कभी हमें बोलना है, यार वो कौन था यार, वो छत वर्ड नहीं आता दिमाग में, तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, लाइक इंग्लिश टेरेस अगर हमें बोलना है, समटाइम्स हमें वो वर्ड याद नहीं आता, पर हम क्या करते हैं, हम उस चीज को डिस्क्राइब करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर ये एक रिमोट है और ये रिमोट मेरे दिमाग में वर्ड नहीं आ रहा, ऐसे ही कुछ होता होगा ललन जी, मैं गलत तो नहीं बोल रहा, ऐसे ही कुछ होता होगा, वो वर्ड दिमाग में नहीं आता होगा, यार उस वर्ड को क्या बोलते हैं, यही होता होगा. यस लिखिए चैट में, मुझे बताइए अगर यही होता है तो, क्योंकि कुछ और होता है तो फिर उस बारे में बात करेंगे. बट जनरली मैंने ये देखा, लोग टेरेस को टेरेस बोलना भूल जाते हैं, रिमोट को रिमोट बोलना याद नहीं रहता, एंड दिस इज वेरी नॉर्मल एक्चुअली. सो यू डोंट हैव टू कॉल इट अ रिमोट. अगर आपको रिमोट याद नहीं आ रहा, यू कैन जस्ट से द पीस, द वाइट पीस ऑफ बॉक्स that has buttons on it that we use to control the air conditioner. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने इसको डिस्क्राइब कर दिया. The white piece of box that I use to control my air conditioner and it has some buttons on it, the on and off button. आप इतना बोलोगे तो बंदे को समझ आ जाएगा जिससे भी आप बात करो. Oh, you mean the remote? Oh yes, the remote. See, it's that simple. तो हर चीज हम याद नहीं रख सकते. वी आर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. अपने आप पे इतना प्रेशर मत डालो कि यार मुझे याद नहीं होता, याद नहीं होता. ये आपकी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ये मेरी भी प्रॉब्लम है, पूरी दुनिया की प्रॉब्लम है, राइट? बिकॉज हम इंसान हैं. वी आर नॉट परफेक्ट बीइंग्स, वी आर नॉट गॉड, वी आर नॉट चैट जीपीटी. सो लेट्स नॉट पुट अस इन दैट कैटेगरी कि यार हमें सब कुछ याद होना चाहिए. नो. पहली चीज, हमें सब कुछ याद होने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. हमें फ्लो में रहने की जरूरत है, बिकॉज फ्लुएंसी आती है फ्लो से. फ्लो में हम कैसे आएंगे, जब हम छोटी छोटी चीजों पे इतना दिमाग ना लगाएं कि इसे रिमोट बोलते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं. नो, व्हाट आई कैन कॉल इट, मुझे दिख रहा है वाइट है, मुझे दिख रहा है बॉक्स टाइप का है, मुझे दिख रहा है इसमें एक एलईडी है, मुझे दिख रहा है इसमें बटन्स हैं. दैट्स ऑल आई हैव टू से. आई हैव अ वाइट piece of a box that has buttons on it that I use, that I press some buttons and I use my air conditioner. That's all. Simple. प्रैक्टिस इस चीज की करनी है कि आप फ्लो में रहो. 5 मिनट, 10 मिनट, 15 मिनट, 20 मिनट, 25 मिनट, 30 मिनट, कितनी देर तक आप फ्लो में रह सकते हो, ये प्रैक्टिस करो. और जो भी दिखता है उसे डिस्क्राइब करना शुरू कर दो. दैट्स हाउ you'll stay fluent in English. ठीक है. आई होप वो आपकी हेल्प किया होगा ललन जी. आज के लिए बंद करते हैं. कल आऊंगा मैं, दोबारा लाइव आऊंगा. अच्छा लगा तो यू कैन लाइक, कमेंट, सब्सक्राइब. आई वुड लव दैट. थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग माय लाइव बाय द वे. मिलते हैं गाइस, कल मिलते हैं. एवरीवन टेक केयर.